was in a wheelchair. I was losing my hair, I was losing my peripheral vision, I was losing my frontal vision. I couldn't walk, and I started to go to a rheumatologist, and he told me that pretty much I was the most debilitated patient he'd ever seen in 35 years of practice. And I was on 17 meds a day, including methotrexate, methylprednisolone, prednisone, and a gamut of other stuff that was very unhealthy. Fast forward, he told me about a product that caused cellular communication, and to give you an idea, that's me in 1997. I took the product, and it ended up to be the best thing that I ever did, because literally within 5 days I DC'd all my meds except the ones I had to titrate down on. And I ended up with a quality of life. This picture next here is me in November. And then the following picture down here was me going back to work as an interior designer. So I will go ahead and pass that. 2000 and my daughter graduated, and we went on a cruise. And you can see I was not a tiny little person. I was wearing a size 26, 28. So my life changed a lot. I was well, but I didn't have the ability to really understand what I needed to do internally for my body. I was in a very emotionally and mentally abusive relationship. My husband of 24 years was not one of the best people on this earth, and I ended up divorcing him. And I met the man of my dreams, and we'll be married 18 years in September. And with that, he was a law enforcement for 32 years, a sergeant in Glendale, California. He retired. Thank you.
I was born in Glendale.
Were you? Well, see there, hopefully it didn't stop you at any time.
Which hospital?
General Hospital.
Oh, it's a Catholic hospital, I'm trying to think of the name of it.
Glendale was up right in the mid part of that country down there.
Yeah.
But I can't think of the other, but
Glendale Adventist, Glendale Memorial.
Memorial.
Know it well.
So when he retired, we went to Oregon. Oregon and I did not see eye to eye. It was a very small town, and I was pretty much lived my life in Valencia, California, which was a very suburban area. And then we moved to Utah. And in Utah, I decided that women needed a voice that I didn't have for 24 years. So I'm actually a founder and director of a nonprofit for women, where we assist women to go through any type, we assist them to go through any type of abuse, addiction, survive a debilitating illness, escape polygamy, or don't have a voice. And we give them that, to believe they're worthy and capable and enough. Living in Utah was a wonderful experience. I loved the snow, and in 2015 I got diagnosed with MS. I decided to save money, cutting down on the product that I was on, which in turn gave me the MS. Lupus and MS is a very close proximity when it comes to autoimmune. The first 3 months I didn't sleep. I was in pain. I laid on the floor and crying. And these were my feet on a good day. One foot would turn hot, one foot would turn cold, and the pain was beyond any type of imagination. So we went ahead and decided that we were going to try and move me to a warmer climate, because in the beginning of the MS, cold was my friend. By the time 2017 came, I couldn't handle cold. I was in thermals pretty much all year round. If it was 75 degrees, I was wearing thermals. There was no quality of life again. So we moved to Vegas, and they lied. It is not warm here all the time, I will tell you right now. Snow, I'm like, really? Rain, really? Wind, really? And in January, February, and March, my reemitting and reoccurring MS changed to progressive. And I was doing 10 flights of stairs a day. I had released enough weight that I was down to about 150 pounds. I'm 5'9", which was a perfect weight for me. I am gluten-free, I'm vegan, I don't eat any sugar. I did what I needed to do for me to get healthy, and I wasn't getting healthy enough. I am naturopathic, totally on no meds. I haven't been on meds since 1997, But I was on THC and CBD. If any of you know about sublingual THC, there's a bunch of different types. I was on the nighttime formula, which was 750 milligrams of THC to 150 milligrams of CBD 4 times a day, 3 times during the day, 1.5 droppers full, and 4.5 at night, and I still couldn't get out of pain. January, February, and March came, and if you live in Vegas, the weather was horrible, and I was really, really having a hard time. My husband watched me walk up the stair one at a time. My husband became, from being a husband and a lover, to my caretaker. That's not what he signed up for, but he stuck around for it. In March, I went to bed and said, I hope I don't wake up again. And I meant it. I support women, I'm a mentor. I am a very positive person. At that point, I wasn't doing anybody any good, including myself. One of my women of worth called me. My name is Solomon with them. I will be 67 on August 9th. And she said, you need to check out this Frequency One testimonial page on Facebook. I went to a healing. They had Reiki, they had all this stuff, and they had the wand. And I'm like, what's this wand? She goes, it's kind of like a blow dryer. But if you check it out, it's helping MS. I have never been one to say no to anything. I believe that people's minds need to be open to every gamut in this world. There's modalities here that we may not understand, but our body has the right to heal itself. I did it in '97. I knew I could do it again. So on April 14th, I got the wand. After 2 weeks watching this, I saw a very powerful testimonial about someone that had gotten the COVID shot. She got all the boosters, and she ended up with neurological damage. She couldn't talk, she couldn't walk, she couldn't swallow. Her husband was documenting this whole film of her journey and lack thereof. Someone bought her a wand, and in 5 days, she was back to the land of the living between drinking the wanded water and doing this protocol. And I said, I'm getting this. I walked downstairs, my husband's sitting in the chair, and I said, I'm buying something. And he's like, okay. And I said, no, I'm buying this thing like a blow dryer. And I promise you it's gonna help me. And he's thinking, what closet am I gonna stick this in now? I have thousands of dollars of stuff stuck away that I have tried, and nothing worked. I was spending $27,000 a year on nutraceuticals because I don't take meds. That's a lot of money to invest in your body that's not working. It kept me alive, it kept me functioning on good days, but when the bad days were here, they were really bad. So on April 14th, I showed her a Korean meat dog. Actually, want to hand me my, which one? That, my day runner. Yes. So, this is my Braley. Braley was on a chain from 2.5 months until she was 5 months old. She was in South Korea, and she was gonna be somebody's dinner. We worked for the rescue. I placed over 110 dogs, including one with my good friend Renee, and that was Braley on a chain. Well, Braley has a lot of fears, and she has a lot to get over. We got her in 2021, so she just turned 2. She and my 15-and-a-half-year-old, I have 4 dogs, 18, 15-and-a-half, 3, and Braley, who is 2. They got into an encounter, and I dove in to get them separated. They were playing with the toy. Shayna, my 16-year-old, did not want to give it up, and Braley's like heck you're not. I'm gonna take it anyway. I had just gotten the wand. These were some of my bites. If you see the white strip between the fingers, that was 1/4 of an inch long and 1/8 of an inch deep. My PA across the street came over and glued it together, steri-stripped it, and then glued it on top of it, and it came apart 4 times. You don't heal well with MS. Within 24 hours, my bites, using the wand and wanted water on the bites, encrusted over.
And you covered it, right?
You covered it with something to.
I covered it with the gauze bandage, because you can't use it through any type of plastic or metal, so. This was some of the bites as they healed 4 and 5 days later. And this one is really amazing. If you see, there's a crater over here. In one night, the crater dissipated. And to give you an idea now, yes, let me do this. These are my arms. And this is my finger. I have no scar. So I decided that night, my husband decided to wand the water. Not understanding that you only need to do it for 1 or 2 minutes. He did it for 49. He blew up the wand. Literally.
This guy's screwed up.
He's right there. And he blew up the wand. I wrote the company. I had never seen a company with such integrity. And they said, no worries, go see Miss Eileen. She'll give you a new wand. I called her, we came down, we met, and it was family at first sight. And she gave me the new wand, and that was on Monday, so the 17th. And I decided I'm gonna start wanding my feet and my legs, and I'm gonna get well. And I use positive affirmations to do it. And I always use positive affirmations throughout my whole thing. I coach, that's what I do. Within a week, I started feeling back in my toes.